Shri Gurubhyo Namaha children. In last session, we have discussed arithmetic operators, relational operators, and identity operators. In relational operators, it deals how the relationship among the values have been established. Today in this session, we are going to discuss about logical operators. In logical operators, we are going to discuss how the relationship are connected with the values we are going to discuss. Logical operator is also known as comparison operator, and it is either true or false values. In this logical operator, we have three operators: or, and, not. If any one of the operand is true, the condition becomes true. If both operands are true, the condition is true. In the case of or not, reverses the state of the operand of the condition. In logical operator, that is this or operator, combines two expressions which makes us an operand, right? So the combined expression may be in two ways. It may be a relational expression as an operand, or it may be a number, string, or list as an operand. In relational expression as an operand, so how it evaluates? The OR operator evaluates to true if either of its relational operands evaluates to true, otherwise false if both operands evaluates to false. Here in this case, X operand is false, Y operand is false, the result is false. Y X false, Y true, result is true. X true, Y false, result is true. X true, Y true, and result is true. So either of its operand is true. That is, either X should be true or Y may be true, or both operands are true, the result is true. Otherwise, it is going to evaluate as false. In the case it is compared with numbers, strings, or list as an operand. In an expression X or Y, the first operand, that is X operand, has a false, then the second operand Y is the result. Otherwise, it returns X value. So here in this case, X operand is false, and in both the cases, X operand is false. So Y operand is false and true, but it is returning the value of Y operand. Now, here X value is true, Y, and in both the cases, X is true, Y is false and true, right? So in this case, it is going to return X value. If X value is false, it is going to return Y value. If otherwise, it is going to return the X value. Next operator is AND operator. The AND operator combines two expressions which makes it as operands. Now let us understand with a basic example how a OR operator works. Suppose if I am checking, I may have one type is checking with the relational operators. The other type is it may be a string or numbers or a list. Right? First let us check with the relational operators. Now I'm going to give the condition 4 equal to 4 or 5 equal to 8. Right? So what is the case here? This relational operator gives the value as true, and whereas this relational operator gives the value as false. So true and false which means that if any one of the operators is true, the result is true. For the second case, 5 greater than 8 or 5 less than 2. Sorry, 5 greater than 8 or 5 less than 2. In this case, 5 greater than 8, is this a true value? False. 5 less than 2, again it is a false. So false, false gives us a false value. If 5 greater than 2 or 5 greater than 1. In this case, 5 is greater than 2, it is a true value. 5 greater than 1, again it is a true value. True or true, so both are true. It returns with a true value. 5 less than 9 or 5 equal to 6, right? So is 5 less than 9? No, right? True value. 5 equal to 6? False value. So true and false gives us a false value in OR operator. Now let us understand how we are going to check for the numbers, strings and rest. 0 or 0, right? Now in this case we have to evaluate the result based on the value, right? So what is the value it returns? It returns, that is the first expression, first operand value is 0, second operand value is also 0. So it is returning the second operand value as 0. 0 or 8. So in this case it is returning the second value. So first value is false and second value is true. So in this case, the second operand value will be returned 5 or 0.0. Right? Here in this case, 5 is a true value, 0.0 is treated as a false value. So here x value, the true value, is written by the operator. Hello or space, right? Here in this case also, a string and with an empty string, it checks, right? Empty strings, which means that it is a null string, no characters, right? So in such case, hello, we have some string over there. So a true and a false value. So it returns with the true value, which is nothing but x value is being returned as hello. An empty string with a character. Right? So here in this case, here it is treated with an empty value, right? A space has been given, right? Let us check with the other value as a, right? So here in this case, this empty string is treated with a space in between, right? Here in this case, it is a true value. That is, the value a is true. Here in this case, we didn't give any null value also we didn't give. No space has been given. So it returns with a true value, true operand value. A or J, right? So what is A value here? True. This is also true. So if both are true, it returns only the X operand value. Now we'll see how AND operator works. The AND operator combines two expressions which makes it as operands. Here also this AND operator works in two ways. That is the comparison between your relational expression and same way with numbers, strings or list as its operands. In relational expression, the AND operator evaluates to true if both operands evaluates to true. Otherwise, false. If any one of the operand evaluates to false, the result is false. See here, in x variable, it is true and y operand is also true, so the result is true. If any one of the value is false, the result is false. In comparison with numbers, strings and list. In an expression x and y, the first operand has false. Then return the first operand x, otherwise return false. If the first operand is false in the sense, it is going to return that first operand, that is x value is returned. Otherwise, it will return the y value, that is the second operand value will be returned. Now we'll see how with AND operator works. 4 equal to 4 and 5 equal to 8. Right? So in previous case when we worked with OR operator, if any one of the operand is true, it returns true value. But in the case of your AND operator, if both are true only, it returns the true value. Here in this case, first operand is true, but second operand is false. So it returns with a false value. 5 greater than 8 and 5 less than 2. 5 greater than 8, it is a true value, but 5 less than 2 is a false value. So you have a false value. 5 greater than 8 and 5 greater than 9. Right? So here this condition is also false and this condition is also false. So and false gives a false value. Now 8 greater than 5 and 8 greater than 4. Right? So here in this case 8 is greater than 5, true value. 8 greater than 4, again it is a true. So true and true, it returns with a true value. Now we will see how numbers are being compared. 0 and 0. Right? It returns the 0 value because any one of the operand value it is going to return, which is nothing but the first expression, that is the false value is being returned. 0 and 8. Right? So if first expression is a false, first operand is a false in the sense that operand value will be returned. So it is returning 0 as a result. 5 and 0.0. Here in this case, the y value, first expression is true, but the second operand is a false value. So it is returned the second operand's value. Hello and space. Right? So hello, that's a true value because the expression is a hello, and the second expression, that is it doesn't contain any character over there, so it is treated as a false value. Right? So here in this case, a space is considered, and here it is a single character. The first expression is false, and the second expression is a true value. So it returns with the true value. That is actually, it should be given in single quotes. And right. So it should be given as single quotes. The next one is, if I have a character, both the characters if I have, right? So it returns with the second operand value it returns, right? So here, this is the last example. See, here we didn't give any space in between. It is just a single quote. That is no value. Even the space has not been given over there, right? So which is treated as a false value. That is x value is false and y value is true. So when first operand value is false, it returns the first operand value as a single quote. That is without any value it returns. The next operator is not operator. The Boolean or the logical not operator works on a single expression as an operator. It is a unary operator, but or logical under your logical operators and or your binary operators because it needs two operands and one operator. The logical not operator negates or reverses the value of the expression. If the given expression is true, the result is false. If the expression is false, the result is true. Now we'll understand not operator with an example. Not 5, right? So 5, it has some value, which means that true. Opposite of true is false. Not 0, right? So not 0, 0 which means that it is a false. False opposite is true. Not -4. -4 in the sense it has some value. That is, even it has a negative value also. It has some value there, right? So true. True opposite is false. Not of 5 greater than 2. Right? So first we have to evaluate when we consider both the relational operators and logical operators. Relational operators comes as a first distance, then it's your logical operator. So you have to evaluate relational operator first. So 5 greater than true, yes, true value. Opposite of true is false. Not of 5 greater than 9. Is 5 greater than 9? No, false. Not of false, it is a true value. This is how your not operator works. The next operator is your bitwise operator. It works on a smaller scale, that is binary representation of data. That is, the values are not compared, but the value will be converted into the binary form and that value will be compared. Bitwise operators use an individual bit, that is, the bits will be compared. Here we have bitwise AND, bitwise OR, bitwise XOR, and bitwise complement. AND operator compares two bits and generates the result as 1 if both bits are 1, otherwise 0. Bitwise operator compares two bits and generates the result as 1 if if the bits are complementary, that is the opposite of it. Otherwise, it is going to return a 0 value. In XOR, exclusive OR, right? Compares two bits, returns 1. If either of the bits are 1, it gives or 1 and it gives as 0. If both bits are 0, it gives as 1. Complement, right? The complement operator inverts all the bits of the operand. Now we are going to see how bitwise AND operator works. Operand. So we have a truth table, that is operand 1, operand 2, operand 1, and we have to use the bitwise operator operand 2. Right? If 0, 0, that is 0, 0, 1, the result is 1, 1, 0, the result is, sorry, here also it is 0, 1, 1, the result is 1. Right? So let us compare with the values. Suppose I am going to compare 13 and 12. Right? So first, what is the thing is, it has to be converted in the form of binary notation. So convert the values of 13 into binary notation. So 13 divided by 2. 2 6 are 12, balance 1. 2 3 are balance 0. 2 1 are balance 1. Same way for 12. 2 6 are balance 0. 2 3 are balance 0. 2 1 are balance 1. Right? So write the values of 13 and 12. So what is 13 value? 13 and 12. Right? So what is the equivalent value of 13 and 12? 13 is 1, 1, 0, 1. What is the equivalent for 12? 1, 1, 0, 1. Sorry, it's 0. Right? So you have to do the binary calculation. Right? So here, according to the truth table, right? So 1, 0, right? So 1, 0, which is nothing but 0. 0, 0 is 0. 1, 1 is 1. And 1, 1 is again 1. So what is the equivalent value of 1, 1, 0, 0? Which is 12. So the result of 13 and 12, according to the bitwise operator, the result is 12. The next one is the bitwise OR operator. Operand 1, operand 2, operand 1 or operand 2. 0, 0, that is 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, that is 0, sorry, that is 1. When any one of the input is 1, the result is 1, right? So 1, 1, it is also 1, right? So now if you want to compare with 30 or 12, so write the equivalent value of 30, which is nothing but 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, and for 12 it is 1, 1, 0, 0, right? So what is 1, 0? 1, 0 is 1, 0, 0 is 0, 1, 1 is 1, and then 1, 1 is 1. So what is the equivalent value of the result? Which is 13. Next one is the bitwise exclusive OR, right? Or we can write it as XOR operator, right? So here operand 1, operand 2, and the symbol is operand 1 cap with operand 2. So here if it is 0 and here also it is 0, the result is 0. 0, 1, the result is 1. 1, 0, the result is 1. Sorry. If it is 1, 1, the result is 0, which means that in exclusive OR, right? So if any one of the operator is true, the result is true. Any one of the bit is true, the result is true, otherwise it is 0. So if you want to compare again with 13 cap 12, right? That is exclusive OR. So what is the equivalent value of 13? 1101. Equivalent value of 12 is 1100. Right? So 10 is 1, 0 is 0, 11 is 0, 11 is 0. So 0001 is nothing but 1. The result of 13 exclusive OR is 1. The next bitwise operator is the complement operator, which the symbol is a tilde symbol. So if operand 1 and the result is the negation or the tilde symbol of operand 1. Right? So if the operand 1 is 0, the result is 1. If it is 1, the result is 0. Suppose if you want to get the complement value of 12, right? So what is the equivalent value of 12? Which is nothing but 1100. If you consider whether the 8 bits, the corresponding 4 bits should be added, right? So you have to convert the complement value, you have to write first. So complement value, right? So 0 means 1, 1 in the sense 0. So which is nothing but 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, right? So what is the equivalent value? Right? So 1, the equivalent value of minus, that is 12, which is nothing but it is minus 13, which means that negative, that is the most significant bit will give whether it is a positive value or a negative value. If it is 1 here in the most significant bit, then the value is negative. If it is a 0 in the sense, the value is positive. Now let us see how the execution, in an execution, how will you get the result. So 30 and 12, right? It is 12. So even in a function also you have an inbuilt function called as bin of 30. You will get the binary equivalent value. Same way bin of 12, right? The corresponding binary equivalent value, which is nothing but 0b, which indicates that it is the binary value. The second case, which is the OR operator, right? So 30 or 12, right? So what value is being written? 13. Same way with the exclusive OR, right? So 13 and 12, right? So it is returning one value, right? So the negation of 12, right? So what is the equivalent value? It is minus 13. Thank you, children. To receive our online lessons, please press the subscribe button and you will receive the latest